Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy JC here again with Wedge Concepts, and in this video I'm going to explain to you why you should not pay collections. Okay, so let's get right to it. Hey, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Got to give you a quick look at this. Broke Budgeting. This is my book, 5 Simple Strategies. Give you some great techniques on how you can budget when you don't have any money. All right. So check this out. I'll put the link in the description below. You can find it on Amazon. All right. So in this video, I just thought it was important to explain why you don't pay collections. These collections accounts, these derogatory items that show up on your credit report. And if you go to YouTube or you'll search, you'll see a million videos that talk about don't pay collections. So it's something that's commonly known, but I'm just not sure if many people go into the reasoning behind why you don't pay collections. So it took me a while to really understand how it works. So I just want to take the time now to explain it to you all, so that way you don't have to spend years trying to figure this out. All right. So let's on the surface, let's just be specific. These collections, these agencies, they only have one job, and that is to collect money from you. They don't care about you. They don't even know who you are. You don't even owe them. They have one job, and that's to collect your money or take money from you. Okay. So let's give you a scenario. Let's say that you borrowed $300 from Sweet Daddy, right? And for whatever reason, you don't pay him back. And so let's say a couple months go by, 6 months go by, and now he's like, look, he's tried to collect the money from you. You've been dodging him. Fine. After like 6 months, 9 months, he gives up and says, you know what? I ain't getting that money back from him. So I'm going to go ahead and just write it off. I'm going to charge it off. It's gone. Not getting it back. I'm done with it. So then like some random dude, collection agency, right? Fresh out of the penitentiary, big swole, is like, look, how much this dude owe you? $300. All right. I'll go ahead, pay you $15 for his information, for his file, and I'll get the money from him. And whatever I can get, you keep. So Sweet Daddy is like, okay, well, I couldn't collect anything, so I'll take your $15, right? You see where I'm going with this? I'm going to take your $15, and if you want to go after James and collect, maybe you can intimidate him, maybe you can do what you got to do. Hey, you can go ahead and get that money. So now, his only job, Big Swole, that's what we're going to call him, is trying to collect money from you. So they'll call you, they'll send you letters, and you got to keep in mind and remember that, let's say if your contract was with, let's say Macy's, you had a Macy's card, and for whatever reason, it became delinquent, they charge it off and went into collections, right? When a collection agency is calling you, that money that you're paying, they're not working on behalf of Macy's. You understand what I'm saying? So you're not repaying Macy's. You're repaying some third party, which doesn't make sense because that's not who the debt is with, right? That's not who you owe. Okay? So if they call you, if they send you letters, never, ever, ever, ever admit that it belongs to you. Okay, they call, and you know, some people say don't even say it's you. Here's the thing, you can say it's you, especially when you're going to deny it. So they'll say, oh, is this Mr. Such and Such? And you be like, hey, who's this? Now me personally, I don't even answer numbers I don't recognize. But you know, is this such and such? Yeah, okay, I'm with such and such and such. Okay, why are you calling? Well, we're here trying to collect a debt. It shows that you have Macy's. I have no idea what you're talking about. Is this your address? No. Is this such and such? No. Is this no? None of that. No. But this is, yeah, this is he. So what is your, no, I'm not giving you that information. I have no idea who you are. And please take me off your list. Please stop calling me. You see what I'm saying? So you go at it that way. That's if you answer the phone. Hopefully you just won't answer the phone. So you want to make sure that, just be honest. I mean, just imagine if a collection agency really called you, right? And you had no idea what they were talking about. Just think about how you will respond. Like, what? Macy's? I ain't never heard no. Why would I need a Macy's card? I have a credit card. I don't even shop at Macy's. You feel me? Okay. So you want to make sure that depending on where you live, you know, certain states, they have usually 7 years of a statute of limitations, meaning they can collect that money. And also it'll stay on your credit report for up to 7 years. So if you never pay it and you just keep denying it or what have you and don't respond back to the letters, you can just wait for it to fall off for 7 years. But who really has that kind of time? Like, why wait 7 years when you can kind of do something about it? Now, once once it falls out after 7 years, one thing you can do is that instead of waiting, of course, you can write letters, you can dispute it. And I got another video on how to do that. But I've heard of people who have had some great success where, depending on how long it's been since the collection, just hit your account, where you can actually call Macy's and say, hey, I do owe you this money. It's been about 8 months, pandemic, lost my job, whatever the case, or reduced hours, but I do want to make good on this. Is there some kind of way that we can settle this? You can pay less, because a lot of times, let's say you owe $600, they might say, hey, $400, we call it even. And then what'll happen is, if you make an arrangement with the original creditor, then that means that when that collection goes to try to collect from you, now you really can dispute it. And when they look at their records and check with Macy's or whoever, it's definitely going to be inaccurate. And that sucker is getting kicked off your account. I mean, getting removed from your credit report, right? So again, like I said, if you want to go with a credit repair company instead of doing it yourself, and I believe that 90% of people can do it themselves. But if you want to go with a repair company, you just want to make sure that, you go with a company that's reputable. How do you find a reputable company? I'm guessing if I was going on Google, I wouldn't just find the first one that popped up. I'm definitely checking all types of, do they have a physical address? Is it something local? You can even go to find things that end in .gov, and you can find credit counselors, credit repair things, and do it that way. Because a lot of these credit repair places, they're not legit. I mean, they're legit in the fact that they really will help you, but they'll make you or have you spending, $300 a month as they quote unquote try to get this removed. And it takes 6 months. And now you'd have paid $1,800 on, excuse me, on a debt that was originally $300. You understand what I'm saying? So you should definitely try it yourself. Try to work with the creditor, original creditor, and see if you can go ahead and get it off. Now, let's put it this way. Here's my logic. This debt actually belongs to you. You know it belongs to you. You know you didn't pay it. So everybody has morals, at least I hope. You don't want to use this as some type of way to really, do a shortcut. You understand what I'm saying? But if this is a chance to give you, a second chance to go about it, then I don't see, why not go for it. But the thing is that, you're going to have to rebuild your credit. You're going to have to, develop better spending habits and better ways to manage money. Because if you go ahead and get this removed, hopefully you will, and then you get another credit card and you do the same thing 6 months later, the cycle gets repeated. And then as you go to dispute again, don't forget, they're going to keep a profile. So they're going to say, every 6 months or so, this person has something in collections and they're disputing it. Now it starts to look like fraud. You understand what I'm saying? So you want to be smart about how you go about it. Now, if you're going to go, and I say, like, look, from the research I did, roughly 70% of collections can be removed within the first year. Again, this is what you doing it by disputing it, writing letters, calling original creditor, denying everything. But there's still one catch that I was a witness to. So we were attacking this collections for about 6 months. It finally got removed. Sized. For the next month, wasn't their credit score shot up 43 some points. These suckers, these jackrabbits, they went ahead and sold the collection to another collection agency that then started reporting it. You understand what I'm saying? So ABC Collections, after doing all these disputes, had given up, went ahead and now sold this to XYZ Collections. Now there's a new item on the credit report that has a brand new, new company says, look, this is how much you owe. So you definitely want to be on the lookout for that. It can happen. And unfortunately, you just got to repeat the process again to knock that thing off, to dispute, deny, and go through that whole process. So hopefully, you'll get a better understanding as to why you don't want to pay collections. One thing I didn't mention, which is extremely important, is that if you pay a collections, no matter how much the balance was, it's not going to remove it from your collection account. It's just going to show that you now have a paid collections. You understand? So you have a collections there. It has a balance. You pay it, and now it says paid collections. I've heard folks that say, hey, you can do a pay to delete. Here's the thing with a pay to delete. If a collection agency contacts you and you actually say, yes, it's me, you offer to make payment arrangements, even if you make a $5 payment towards it, now you are acknowledging that this debt belongs to you. So now the person on the other end of the phone could say, yeah, let's just set up your account. We can do a pay to delete. And a pay to delete just means that after I satisfy the debt, you'll stop reporting it to the agency. You need to have that in writing. No one over the phone. You don't know who that person is on the other end of that call or on that line. So if you do want to go that route and you do want to accept responsibility and pay someone else who you don't even owe, again, a collection agency, not paying Macy's, you're paying a collection agency with the hopes that after you finish paying, they'll do what they're supposed to do, even though they're not obligated to do so. I don't think it's worth it. Also, I did fail to mention another thing, is that as long as it's a derogatory item, it doesn't matter if it's $300 or $3,000. When lenders look at it, your report, and they see derogatory items, they just know that you have trouble paying, to the point where somebody has tried to collect from you for over 180 days and you still didn't pay. You didn't work anything out with them, and now they turn it over to collections, right? All right. So hopefully you found this information useful. Just remember, deny. Don't make any payments. If they want to send you something, deny your address. It doesn't belong to me. Make sure you dispute that stuff. Make sure you write your letters. And just remember that if you decide that you want to pay, you're not paying the original creditor. If anything, if you really want to pay, okay, if you really want to pay, contact Macy's, contact the original creditor. Hopefully it's not too old where you can actually make it right. Pay them. Hopefully you can pay it for less, and then have them remove it from your credit report. All right. So do me a favor. Do not subscribe. Do not click the like button. Take this information, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your loved ones. Also, check out the book. There we go. Broke Budgeting on Amazon. and let's build something together. Okay? Later.